Joystick, the Joystick Show. Up, down, left, right, B, A, select. Start.
Welcome, gamers, to our Twisted Reality. New concept, playing video games together?
Joystick, the Joystick Show.
Hey everybody, how's it going? We are back live. It's show 145A here on the Joystick Show. We are a father and son combo if you haven't heard us before. So we've done a few of these now, and a little late to the draw here this week, as you can probably hear in my voice, and you're coming off the big ick, right? Mm-hmm. So we were going to be having this thing out last week and got caught up with stuff. So coming back on the mend and wanted to get another show out, and had some stuff going on, so we thought it was time to click the mic. So we go by our gamer tags. I'm Bogue Spear.
I think 12.
Awesome. And if you want to be a part of the show, anybody that listens in, we call them the Rumble Pack. You are anointed the Rumble Pack just by pressing play and listening to us rumble and rant each month. How do they get a hold of us?
You can reach out at joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow.com. Our Discord at joystickshow, and then our Gmail, joystickshow@gmail.com.
Very cool. All right, our sponsor for today, Dungeon DoorDash. That's right, Dungeon DoorDash. It springs the trap, and you can order any fast food brought right to your door. It's delivered by a cosplayer, all presented looking like a gesture, like a winter wooden elf or a wizard. He comes right to your door for just $19.99 extra. If you want to, not just DoorDash, but Dungeon DoorDash, visit dungeondoordash.org and use promo code Joystick for 20% off. Dungeon DoorDash. Okay. Couldn't think of it. What's the end line? What would be a good end line for that?
I don't know.
Oh, he said spring into action. Spring the trap into action. There we go. That's what it should have been. Huh. All right. So, what are we talking about? So, as part of the show, we always have segments. Our first segment is listen to us. We're all over there hacking and so forth. Good stuff. We have the gaming front. Talk about what we're playing, what's going on. Then we got some joystick news. A little bit of we got a news segment, right? To add in there. Yes, the sounder. Get it ready. And then we called the mobile moment. Talk a little bit about that. And then we got the deal of the month, and then we're out. So let's get right into it. What are we playing? What are you doing?
Let's see. I can only remember recently. I've started really recently. I started playing Elden Ring. Yeah. Which I've played before, but I didn't really get very far. And just because I have the 5 now, so it's better graphics. It runs better. I've been playing it, and it's really cool. It's just like a Dark Souls, so really hard. And I've been enjoying it. It's kind of fun. It's definitely it's kind of confusing on what to do. It doesn't feel like
there's no manual that comes with it. It says go here, like a map or anything. Where you gotta go?
No, there's a map. Oh. It's like it's kind of it relies on like this whole RPG style stats where you level up certain stats,
nice.
Like just numbers.
Oh, so just numbers.
Like vigor for health.
Yeah.
Mind for like your mana, I guess.
Yeah. And
so it's a little confusing on what everything does because everything does a lot. And it's really hard to tell what I should level up because I don't know what I haven't decided on a specific build yet, so I'm kind of just leveling up random things right now. So it feels it's in that aspect it's a little weird, but the game is super fun. I think it's just really cool that you can kind of go anywhere and you're and there's events going on everywhere. It kind of feels like the world's happening and you're kind of walking through it versus
that's cool.
It's happening around you.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. And I'm not far into it yet, but I'm having fun with it.
That's cool. I mean, that's a big game. A lot of people have stayed on that game, right? Playing it. Is there a lot of DLC?
They just released the first DLC.
Yeah.
a month ago, I think.
The first. That game's been out a while, though, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's pretty big, apparently, but I didn't get that. I don't know. Depends. It's apparently it's super hard, and it's way... You have to beat the first game.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I haven't played it yet, but yeah. It's pretty fun.
Cool.
I know the NCAA game just came out.
Yep.
The college football. I haven't played that. I know some people who have, who say it's good. But I might pick that up. We'll see.
Nice, cool. Well, that's a good segue for me because I just kind of went back to sports a little bit. Had some downtime where I was sitting around. I was like, I really want to get back to the console a little bit, see what's on. I was going through it, and I realized, I hadn't played like some Madden and even look at MLB or FIFA, the new one that came out, right, since they broke free from the licensing. And messed around, but really I found myself just loving going back to, I picked NHL 24 is out on Game Pass. So downloaded that, right, playing that. And I got to say, as much as I always complain that these games are, pretty much the same thing again, just reskinned with new players and so forth, right? And then try to get the same money. First of all, it's on Game Pass. I'm already spending money on it, right? So that's not bad. But I actually, on NHL 24, and this is the last one I played, and honestly, I don't think it was 23. I think it was 22 is the last one I played. And maybe 21 even, but I think it was 22. And I like the controls on it a little bit more. I don't know if they've updated that since, maybe it was 21 then, because in this one, you do both sticks, right, how I'd set it up. So and I think it was an option before. But what I loved, I felt like the game when you're shooting, that you could kind of place it like the up in the corners, and it has this angle that it uses against the goalie. And I thought it was kind of fun that you can kind of position. Now I wish it actually got a little more where you could actually see like a little arrow or a zero or a circle, like where you're trying to place it. That would be cooler if they added that. Yeah. Because I felt like, it was kind of cool to be able to, because that's what you really do in real life, to be able to do that, especially when you're good. Not that I could do that, but of course I was a goalie, so I was hoping people weren't able to be that good and do it. But so yeah, I played that, and of course, playing the best ones are always the Stanley Cup winners. I played the Panthers, and of course the Las Vegas, the Knights and stuff like that. So it was fun. I don't know if a lot of folks are out there playing the games now, but I thought that they did a pretty good job, and you kind of modernizing or just giving it another little revamp, if you will. Unlike the Call of Duties, that's kind of like the same thing, like you mentioned last show. Yeah. This one had a little bit of difference, so it made sense, and I probably would have bought it. It's dropped the money, but shoot, I'm already dropping the $20 a month, so it was pretty cool. So I played that, and thought that was a lot of fun, actually. I had a good time doing that. So that's what we're doing. Anything else on gaming front?
I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure most of what I've played the past month has been games I've played before. Yeah. So nothing really new. To it.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, especially if you're down and out for a week, you can do much. All right. Well, then let's jump into the news.
The Joystick News Report. Joystick News.
In the news. So, like in my beginning of my convo, we were talking about different playing games. When I thought about co-op games, right? I went back looking, hey, what's a good co-op game? I ran across in the news where they did this kind of list of best, always the best of and everything. And of course, just like everybody else, kind of clickbait caught my attention. But what I thought was interesting is that it wasn't just the best co-op games; it was the best local co-op games, right? And I almost think we never even talk about that anymore. I mean, back in the day, your buddy came over, pizzas, beers, or sodas, whatever, popped on the old original Xbox or whatever, and you both sat next to each other and played. And you had a split screen, which was cool. I mean, you worked through it, right? And especially if you only had like a small 31-inch TV, the old 4:3 aspect ratio, not the 16:9. And so when I saw that local, I said, well, that's kind of cool. I'm really interested in going through and figuring out what they thought was the best on it, what they have. So some of these you might have played them, I haven't not. But Goat Simulator. Have you played that one?
I have not.
Okay.
Oh, I did a long time ago, actually.
Well, interesting enough is this is really not a co-op game. It says co-op. I thought Goat Simulator, you kind of beat each other up or did some stuff, didn't you, on it? So it wasn't so much co-op, but I guess you can play together is the point. Maybe not so much a co-op game.
Yeah.
Right? To be able to do that. So But Goat Simulator is one of them. That's on, I assume, most of this. Okay, number 9 they brought up was Gears of War 3. That's a great one. That's always been that way. Playing next, I almost prefer playing local Gears than online Gears with people. Have you ever sat with your bro or anybody played that? You weren't really a Gears guy, though.
No, I never played Gears. Didn't really look that fun.
Yeah. Wow, it was
I know they're coming out with a new one soon, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. Actually, it's coming out in September or November, isn't it? Right around the corner,
not sure.
I think. Yeah. Of course, the Halo Master Series, Master Chief. I mean, those are you can't have a top 10 list of local co-op without Halo in it.
Halo's great.
Yeah. Terraria. Have you played that?
Yeah, I have. I wasn't into it as much as a lot of people were, but I did play it a little bit. I never played it local, but I did online a little bit. It was fun.
Yeah, 2D graphics.
It was a good early mobile game.
Yeah.
More so than anything else.
Gotcha. Now they brought up another one. Number 6 was Stardew Valley. I never heard of that. Another kind of like 8-bit. 6-bit.
I've talked about that a couple of times.
Did you?
Because I've played it and really enjoyed it.
And did you do it local or just by yourself?
Online.
Oh, online.
Not local.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you played local lately with anybody? Probably the earliest has been the Putin Naruto stuff, right?
Putin?
I'm sorry, Naruto Shippuden.
That would be the last.
that's the Russian game.
Yeah.
You should try that game.
Fighting games. Fighting games are pretty much the only local, like Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Like you said, the Naruto, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, so the rest of these you want, but there's Ark Survival. I guess you can play that.
What's interesting is that is not really a local game, but when I first played it, I actually did play a lot of local for some reason.
Really?
But that was years ago. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that's on there.
Minecraft.
Yep.
That's a local game, right? You can play that. It's split screen.
Yeah.
Is it 2v2? Or it's 2, not 4, right?
4.
It is 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, that's definitely the most local. That and Halo are probably the two games I played the most locally.
Okay. Now this is why this caught my eye, because OPQ and I played this and we did not like the game. It was the weirdest game because we solved it and it was such a dumpster fire that we had to finish the game because the story was like horrible. Like, when they talk, they'd be like, "Don't you go there? That's not right," or some crazy bad acting. But the graphics weren't bad. It was called A Way Out, and it was basically the first part of the game was awesome. And unfortunately, we didn't do it local. I think it would have been more fun locally because we could have laughed more, did stuff locally. But we did play online. But the beginning, the first 15 minutes of the game, 20 minutes play was amazing because you're getting out of the prison and do all that stuff, and then you get out in the middle of this storyline of trying to find your girlfriend, and I don't know, it was crazy. But for co-op, I thought it was interesting that made the list, and it was back in I think 18 because we were doing the show at the time, I remember, and was playing it. So that's one. Number 2, Unravel 2. No idea what that is.
It's just like a co-op.
Was it like?
It's like A Way Out.
Okay.
In the sense that it's just it's built for two people making decisions together.
Oh, I bet that's kind of cool then. I mean, it's like Portals. So I thought that was interesting. It didn't have Portals on here because remember Portals. Wait, you know why? Because Portals wasn't local. That was it. That's it. Because it was a 2-player you could do.
Or no, it was local.
Was it?
Portals 2 was not
Portals
2.
1. Yeah, Portals 2 was local. That should have been on here. That would be that'd be my number 1 probably, as far as co-op goes.
Yeah.
I think 100% local on that. But so I have to check out Unravels. That's kind of an interesting game. And then their number 1 was It Takes Two.
Yeah. So that's another one of the A Way Out games that just did it way better than A Way Out.
Gotcha. And there's there was puzzles and stuff like that on there as well. Now that was back by Hazlitt Studios in 2021. I wonder if that would be good to play. I mean, are they manly games? What are the when I say that, I mean obviously looking at doesn't look like there's any fighting or any blood or anything crazy.
They're puzzle games. Kind of like it's like one person goes and does something. Well, it's like Portals in the sense where your friend's in this room and you have to do something from this other room so he can move on.
Oh, that seems like it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Would I actually like that, you think? I might
maybe.
It Takes Two. Remind me on that one. I want to download that and see. See, you think what is that on? Do you know if it's on?
I'm not. It's on all
it's
platforms.
on all platforms. It might. I wonder if it's
assume.
on Go or on Pass or not.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out. See it. So, cool. All right. Well, that was kind of just an interesting top 10 list. And of course, when you start doing that, you start going down rabbit holes, right? And I'm thinking, as I look through, there wasn't a lot of, again, hasn't been a lot of major news, right, in the video game world. Outside, if you're going to get in the news is usually now about, game, team game players or something that are doing, fast runs or something. What are they called? Speed runs? What are they called?
Speed runs.
Speed runs. And so forth. I mean, that's like the news. Oh, this guy did it, right, in a record time or whatever, which is, I guess, okay, but overall, just be a little more general, and for people that may have or may have not played a game and that may be interested, these seem to be a little more in line. So I found what says the 8 best action games on Steam. So now we're going from console, right, which most of those are, to Steam-based PC. So what would you say your best action game is? What would you say your number one is?
An action game as far as like, probably
price.
Spider-Man PS4.
Okay,
Yeah, that one's.
I can see that
really
coming.
good.
Yeah. Well, I guess like I would say God of War. Wouldn't that be an action game or not? So
Action adventure.
Yeah.
God
up
of
there.
War was good. God of War was really good. Yeah.
But it's weird because is that war then? Is like Call of Duties and everything? They're war. Battlefields.
Those are shooters.
Those are shooters. Okay, so not so much action. So then, would you put like Jedi in action?
Yeah, Jedi Survivor and
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order.
So those
I
would
do
be
action.
up there too, right?
Those would
Okay.
be up there, yeah.
All right. Well, they gave us 8. So here's their 8, and some people you agree or disagree. Batman: Arkham City. Did you play that?
I
you like
did.
it?
I loved Arkham City. Arkham Knight was better.
Yeah.
I think. Well, they're both really good. I don't know.
Okay. Well, so number 7 is Doom, which I think is a shooter.
I think it is too. Yeah.
So I don't know if that really meets the criteria, or I don't know what they were going for. All right, Grand Theft Auto 5. I guess action. I guess that would definitely fall in the category of that.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. And then the 5 that's out. Did you play that or anything? Wait, 6 is coming out. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
A little bit. It wasn't. I didn't enjoy it that much.
I know you played Uncharted. Right?
I haven't. I played
Legacy
it.
of Thieves.
I played it at someone else's house for a little bit.
Oh.
Really fun.
What was? Wait, was it Uncharted you played? No, you played Days. No, what was the one you played a lot? Something. With the zombies. Wasn't there something?
Dying Light?
Dying Light, that was it. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah. Number 4, I have no idea. Yakuza.
Yeah.
Who's that? What's
Yakuza
that?
0.
Yeah.
I have no. I don't know
played
anything
it?
about that game. I just know it's
Okay.
popular.
Devil May Cry 5.
Okay.
That's obviously that was from Capcom. I know Capcom does a good job on that. They said number 2, Halo: The Master Chief Collection. So it
Yeah.
made both lists. I mean, that's how powerful it is, which you can't deny that. But again, shooter. I'd call that a shooter game, somewhat less than an action game,
Yeah.
right? Running around. So I don't know. I think it mixed it up. And then Left 4 Dead 2 is their number 1, which I would say an action. Is that a shooter? Kind of action shooter combo between the two. I don't know.
I don't know much about Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of guys running around killing zombies with guns. So you
Yeah.
could add in World War Z, which is my favorite zombie game of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Left 4 Dead was pretty good too on it though. It was pretty good stuff. So. All right. That was the 2 things we found. The beta. Have you seen this new game? It's called Concord on PS5 beta. Arena shooter. They said it looked like a lot like I looked at it. It was like Overwatch on it. It's a fast player, but I guess the concern was that it only goes to like 30 points, but that's actually good. Like it goes faster than most games. Now that was in the beta. They may actually do a bigger version of that, but
I don't know. I haven't heard. I think I've heard bad things about it.
Concord, yeah.
I think as far as Overwatch games, there's a really cool one coming out called. It's called Rivals, and it's a Marvel game.
Yeah.
And it's essentially just Overwatch, but with the Marvel IP. And it's got like Spider-Man, Venom, Hulk, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, like a ton of people.
Yeah.
And it's just like Overwatch. It's a 6v6 like arena shooter.
Oh wow.
That
With
looks
Marvel,
really cool. It's been in beta, and it comes out. I don't know when it comes out, but the beta comes out again in like a couple weeks. I think.
And they haven't really done. Have they done a good shooter for Marvel? I mean, like they've
No.
done. They did that
Avengers.
Avengers, right? Which was kind of a shooter game. You went around.
Kind of, yeah.
But this is actually now going to be more.
It's like competitive play. Like
wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of. I wonder how they balance that because all the heroes are not balanced by any means, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I mean, what are you going to be? Flash versus Ms. Marvel?
Well, that's DC.
I'm sorry, not Flash. Sorry. Give me somebody that's probably lower. Quicksilver versus Ms. Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of balancing are you going to do in that?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they do have a good base for classes. Like in Overwatch, there's tanks, healers, and like I forget what they call it, but just offense people.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
So
like the tanks would always kill a healer. If they're
Tanks
just
in this game are like Hulk and like Groot,
Yeah.
and then healers are like
Vision.
I don't think Vision's in it. I think the healer. I think Loki's a healer,
Really?
or like Adam Warlock.
I can see Adam maybe. But...
And then, or maybe Loki's not.
No, what about Mantis? No, wait, not Mantis. No, Mantis is mental.
Doctor Strange might be.
Okay.
I'm not sure. And there's the offense players are like more of the tinier people that are fast and quick. Like Spider-Man's just an offensive.
Yeah.
Star-Lord.
Ant-Man.
Oh, he's not in it, but that'd be
Okay.
cool. Yeah. So just like they have a good base for like those.
Why don't they put my Ant-Man, Ant-Man in there, huh?
When have you like Ant-Man?
I do. I think, remember we debated, I think he's probably the most powerful, could be one of the most powerful superheroes.
Really?
Yeah. With his ability to go microscopic. I mean, you can't see him, he can't do anything, he just comes in and just destroys you. Gets inside you.
Yeah.
Even Ms. Marvel, he gets inside her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that didn't sound very good. Anyways, okay, so that's, the last thing I saw, you gotta close your, oh wait, no, you're not a kid anymore. We started this, you're a kid. I meant you close your ears in episode 1 through 50. But now we're at 145 a few years later. There's this game out called Lust Goddess. And it's a rather naughty anime design game, and it's a bunch of characters. And the only thing it is take something like, would you just say, like, remember the old Avengers game we used to play on Xbox? Remember there was one or two from above looking down?
Oh yeah.
What is it? What was that called?
Alliance.
Marvel yes. Alliance. Marvel's Alliance. So it's like Marvel Alliance, but like bunnies, like Playboy bunnies with guns, and they're running around, they're shooting things, and then you can level up and play them. I don't know why that was intriguing, but it came up. It's like, man, they're pretty much scraping the bottom, looking for something new to put out there. So if you're interested in that, there Rumble Pack, Lust Goddess.
Yeah.
Look it up and check it out. All right, anything else?
I
think that's it, right? All right, that's the news.
This concludes your Joystick News Report.
Joystick News. All right, so we've trashed or put away. We've gotten really trashed. We just kind of like shelved. We archived, right? The other intro to the riff rap because really we weren't doing much on it. The thing is not even set up right now, right? And not a lot of action. I know I'd still like to know if your buddy's still playing his $3,000 unit or $2,000 unit, whatever he's got. Have you talked to him about it? No?
I haven't. No.
Right. So we're replacing it with Mobile Moment. That's right. We're talking about mobile, and I think that's important, especially because as I look over, I always see you just dabbling away on it, punching away on something. Of course, it'd be easy, real easy, just to make it the Snap mobile moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing that on nonstop, and they keep coming out with cool characters and keep upgrading it. I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Well, I can't because it's addicting as hell.
Yeah.
But today I want to talk on my side of the game. I don't know if you have anything to bring to the table, but I was starting working on Star Trek Online. So I was thinking I'm working actually on a board game. Actually, not a board game. It started off as a board game, and I'm actually converting it to a video game. So now as a video game maker, I'm working on this kind of... it's almost like a choose-your-own-adventure RPG that's online, but it's through a company I'm working with that's designing it on a platform that people in large groups can play. So if you take a game like, well, I say Werewolf, you might not know what I mean. Is there really, like, oh, you take like Halo with 32 on 32, or like 32 players, right?
Yeah.
All running around. Well, can you make a game that's not a shooter, that's actually kind of fun, and make it so there's a bunch of teams, right? So a bunch of people with ships going around and everything. So if you think about it, you can do in that, where you have people. I think the closest one I remember was a game called Artemis. if you remember. But that was actually to the perfect theme of what we talked about today. It was as local as you get because everybody had to be in the same room. I think that they had to be collected on a Bluetooth or whatever, but y'all connected together.
Okay.
There was a commander, an engineer, a weapons guy, right? And you flew around and you shot stuff. Well, I'm designing this game like that as well, where there's a group of 4 people on a ship and they go around this map and they try to do things, right?
Yep.
But if you're in a big group, let's say a convention, you can have like 10, 12 ships out doing it, and whoever does the best wins, right? Which is kind of cool. So, anyways. So but I'm thinking I was trying to get some inspiration, so I went out and played Star Trek Online, and it's interesting because I wish the game was as simplistic and fun as their ads. When you watch their ads and watch what they do, it's like, oh gosh, yeah, I love this. As soon as you get in the game, it gets back to that grungy, crunchy kind of like everything is a place where you got to put like fruit and you got to put like batteries times 8.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole mobile industry right now.
Yeah,
is there advertisements that are not what the actual game is?
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because once you get in there, they got you because they download you, right? And you think, well, maybe you hold on to it, and they probably use those download numbers to sell ads. But the truth of the matter is, they ain't probably doing anything on it, right? Yeah, because people are gone on it. So I don't know. I had again, not a bad thing. I wanted to go on and grab a little bit. It gave me inspiring to actually think of maybe this has a shot. People actually can play. I want to keep it simple and fun, but it's going to be a different setup. But anyways, how about you? Do you got anything that you've playing? What have you been playing besides the normal?
On the phone?
Yeah. I see you always jumping on, what is it, Royal? No. What are you doing?
I don't really play much mobile.
What are you talking about? I see you on there all the time playing something.
Playing games?
Yeah. You were playing something the other day on it too.
Remind me, because I can't remember.
I don't know. It was like you're moving a bunch of things, like it was a green screen. You were moving like dots or something around, or putting people away of shooting something that was coming at you. I don't know. I can't remember. It wasn't Royal. It wasn't was it Clash Royale?
I haven't played Clash Royale in a minute. I know Clash Royale is still pretty popular.
Right.
I played it. I used to play it a lot, but yeah, I haven't played Clash Royale in a minute. I think.
Well, if you haven't played, that's fine. But just know this is our segment now, so we got to get a game out there, download it, try it, and see. Because I think it's there's more people now probably playing on that than they are a lot of things. I mean, I got a few that I've been working on. Dune is another game I was playing.
Yeah.
By Werewolf, and they have a great digital version from a board game to a regular.
Yeah.
But I'd be interested in just seeing some straight down, some regular games. And I don't mind even pay to play games where you can get it for free and just play around with it.
Yeah.
Kind of fun, but. We'll keep that as going. Okay, so we'll that's your homework for next time as well. So, all right. Lastly, we have Deal of the Week, and again, we had everything set up for Amazon Prime Day. That was going to happen before we got got the ick, right? And so we couldn't do it. And that just passed recently because we're shooting, or what are we? This is the 19th, and it ended 2 days ago, 16th, 17th, or something. So, but when I did go on, I was looking, and have you ever seen? Amazon has this thing. It's basically 2 controllers that you're playing Versa. I don't know if for like different arcade games, but like it's old school. So you have the big joystick and the buttons. Now I know they do that for like Street Fighter when they do major competitions. All these kids bring these big joysticks, right, with their buttons pressing or button mashing and so forth. I always thought, you got to get them, and they're you buy each one. I'm sure they're expensive and do everything. Well, they actually had on Amazon, you can buy a pair of them, so you can actually play that way for $129. I mean, not a huge deal, it's like savings of $13 or whatever, but I just thought that it was kind of cool to know that it's not just one person, right? You'd start playing, but that would be cool if you want to have a tournament or you want to do something for $129 for a weekend at have buddies over.
I think professional like fighting game players actually use those as their preferred choice of like controller.
Right. So, but they might have really nice ones, like buttons that barely touch, or what I'm saying, like the Elite 2s, the controllers. This one looks like maybe a more cheaper version, but for $129 you can throw the stuff around. You know what I mean? And
I don't think so. $129 pretty expensive.
You think for these things?
Yeah.
See, I expected them to be like way more. But it's 20, and the cool thing is for $129 you can have two separate ones, which I thought would be better because $149 you have one that has both on it, and you have to stand right next to each other.
Yeah.
To do it. So I would rather take the $129, $20 cheaper, and you get you don't have to be right on top of your buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to do that. So, but there's some different versions out there. They start going up in price, but not that much. So I was actually surprised on it. So if you want to check it out, it's what is it? G Walsnith, GWALSNTH 26800. It's a what is it? The Pandora Box 60S arcade game console. It's pretty cool. And then again, HD games, and I assume it's for like Street Fighter, for Mortal Kombat, for it might be good for Naruto too, if it works. I don't know if it's compatible or not, but it'd be cool if it was. So yeah, so that's a deal of the month. All right, lastly, we wanted to check and see, do you know what we have for video game new releases?
Let's see. Today, the month of...
We're in July.
Next month, I guess the big game coming next month, I know, is the Black Myth Wukong, which is like a... it's like a open world, almost fighting game. Not fighting game. I don't want to call it a Souls-like because I'm not
like
actually
Souls
sure.
What? Soul?
Like an Elden Ring kind of.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So people are super excited for it. I don't know too much about it, but I know it's coming out next month.
Gotcha. Well, you mentioned college football, right?
It just came out.
Yeah, 25. I want to see if I don't have anything that's like in specific order here. But, I mean, college 25. We got Paper Mario.
Star Wars Outlaws might be coming out soon.
Oh, right here. Yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. We have, what we got? Schedule Blade, Sandland. We got Top Spin 25 as well. That's coming out.
Yep.
And what else is available now? Snow Day. Oh, Dragon's Dogma 2.
No, that's been out.
Oh,
so yeah, a lot of these are kind of already
kinda
out.
All right. So what do we have coming up here? New releases. Flintlock.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of the big ones that are coming out.
There you go. Let's get what dates on it for July. So here you go, July. So PS4 and 5. So we have Final Fantasy 14 that's out. Just came out. We have The Legend of Heroes that is out. The Trails. Darkest Dungeon 2 that just came out. Evil vs. Evil. Flock release. Towards the end of the month, we have F1 Manager 24. That's coming out soon. Earth Defense Force 6. What is that? That looks actually... I like the name. I don't know what it is, but... Oh, and Star Wars... Oh, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. That's the one. Do you see anything? You know anything about that?
I do not.
That's coming out on August 1st. That one you got to check out and see. I mean, anytime it's got the IP of Star Wars, but Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Maybe it's better. Man, it'd be nice if it was like the Jedi, but with Bounty Hunter. How cool would that be?
That'd be cool.
Right? Great
It's
story.
not.
It's probably not going to be.
No, but that would be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, and then let's see. Probably before we jump on again, what else would come out here?
We got the next Madden
yeah, that'll
NFL
be released
25.
probably right around next to the launch of the show. So, Madden 25 as well. Which again, we just got done talking about it. I wonder if that's gonna have any change, or it's just gonna be the new players. Be interesting to see. I'll do some research on it and see if there's anything new.
Yeah.
For it coming out too. So, all right. My son, that's the show. We appreciate you guys listening. We can crack the mic and clear our voices, right? To be able to speak. I do want to mention one thing. I'll be talking about releasing, I know this is a video game, but some board game events coming up here. We're going to be traveling, and we just finished our designs. And I'm actually looking if there is any crossover for video game board gamers out there that are part of the Rumble Pack that want to do a play test or a demo with me. Hit me up because I'd really like to get your thoughts on it as well. We're doing a lot of play testing on it now, and love to get the feedback of the crew out there that listens each and every month. So how do they get a hold of us?
You can reach us joystickshow@gmail.com, joystickshow.com, at joystick_show, and then our Discord Joystick Show.
There you go. All right, very good. We appreciate it. So keep on gaming. Like I said, we'll be back probably a month from now. We'll have some updates on the new sports games out, Madden, and we'll go from there. So until next time, game on.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.